What's up, guys? Waiting on see, turn on your camera. Yeah, the camera's on, but the one that I want, which is up above, is not working. I don't know what was up with it. I tried to switch it, but it wouldn't allow me. For some reason it's saying it doesn't have access to that one, but see if it's working now. Starting to see some more comments coming in. So as you guys seen the title here, basically just going to hit on some pointers. And simply, I can't put a video out tonight. Sucks I can't get this other camera to work. I don't know why it's not working. I have the 4K camera here, and I don't know why it's not picking up. I don't know if it's this plug or what. I'll try unplugging it and plugging it back in. If not, you'll have to deal with the MacBook. I don't know. So what's up? Anyways, New Jersey's in the house. What's up, Camden? Hello from Texas, Tennessee. So no video tonight with rec ball starting up, travel ball, Sean soccer, and baseball. It's just darn near impossible on Tuesdays to have enough time to edit and get the video up. So none today, and it took a long time this morning. I was rushing from store to store trying to find what I needed for the video and couldn't find it. But that happens right now. So excuse me. What's everybody else up to tonight? So, anyways, let's hop in because I only got about a half an hour here, a little bit less. As soon as Miley tells me we got to roll, we got to roll. But the title said, problem customers and how to save yourself time and money. So you can save yourself a ton of money and time right off the rip as soon as a new customer calls. And ways to do that, I just wrote down a list here because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget a bunch of different stuff because my brain will start going boop, 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 and we'll miss a ton. So how to save yourself time? Make sure you're estimating during your routes, guys. So if you're planning out your week and you have customers calling, this is very important, especially during the spring rush, okay? Whenever the spring rush is going on, you're just kicking off landscaping, lawn care, all of the above. It gets really hectic, gets really busy. So it's hard to get back to all of these customers in a timely manner. And the last thing you want to do is service a location, move on to another location, and then double back and have to give an estimate in that location. So what we do here at Spencer Lawn Care is we book the estimates in that location on that day. Okay. If a customer wants you and wants you for your service, they'll wait a few days. They're not going to just jump ship. You will have those customers that are calling and just looking for the person that'll get there the soonest, and they're going to get the job. So that's one way to avoid it and to save yourself time and money. Put your estimates into your route and get those done, because then if it's a new customer and you're already in that route, you're in that area, and you go up, you give the estimate right there on the spot, and the customer says, yes, I want to go with you. You guys can hop out there right then and there, get it done, and move on. And then they're in your weekly route. So you're not doubling back to do an estimate and then coming back even I know guys that go to a property 3 times before they ever even make a cent. And with that being said, we no longer are doing free estimates here at Spencer Lawn Care. And this is simply just from everything that's going on right now. Now, we're not going to make it so that it's like outrageous. What we're going to do, and this can help save you guys, you don't have to charge for an estimate like we're going to do, but you can do some of the similar things. And some of those are, give your minimum price right over the phone. Okay. So if your minimum is $45, $50, $55, you can let the customer know right there over the phone, this is our minimum price to come out. If you want to do a free estimate or charge for it, more than likely, if you tell them the price and it kind of triggers something in them, they're gonna share it with you right back. So you'll know right there it's probably a customer you're not going to want, or a customer that's not going to be a target customer for you guys per se. So if I call up, or Miss Smith calls up, ring ring, Spencer Lawn Care, how you doing today? I'd like to get a free estimate. Okay, what's your location? Yada yada yada. Just a quick example, guys. Really generic example. What's your location? Oh yes, we do service that area. We'll be in that location on Wednesday. Does that work for you? Yes, it works for you. Okay, I just want to let you know that our minimum starts off at $45 and goes up from there. This is just a rough estimate, but once we get into your area, we can give you a more detailed estimate on Wednesday. And they'll either say $45, are you insane, or whatever price. If they say that, right then and there, you know that's a done deal, but you didn't at least drive out there and then tell them, hey, our minimum is 45 bucks or whatever your number is. Just saves you right then and there on the spot and gets that customer on down the road and gets you on to the next customer that wants to pay you for your services and your time. So, with that being said, uh, another one is don't negotiate your services or your prices immediately. Okay. And what you'll get a lot of times is a customer that'll call and they'll say, oh, I need 5 yards of mulch. My last guy always did it for 5 yards of mulch. I'll buy the mulch and all I need you to do is install it. So basically, they're saying we want you to just do the hard work. We want you to lift it, apply it, but they want to make sure they're saving that money on the front end there, where you typically charge up front, for a surcharge for delivery for mulch, or however you do it for your business. So don't allow them. Not saying you can't, because we still have customers that provide their own mulch, but they just don't get as much of a discounted price as what they're thinking. Simply, we're not ripping them off, but it's also, hey, it's manual labor. This is hard. If we're cutting a new edge, removing an edge on the lawn, removing some soil, cleaning up the weeds, all of the hard work, we need to make sure we're getting compensated properly for that. And you need to also. So if somebody wants to buy their own mulch, that doesn't mean, oh, we're going to come there and install it for 20 bucks an hour. That's just not feasible. It's not price worthy, I guess you could say. Uh, So one of the other things to hit back where we were, when you give that price on the phone for your low price, that immediately gets rid of the low ballers. And one of the things that you'll notice about a month into the season, 2 months sometimes, you tend to get a little bit more problem customers at that time period. Not saying all customers are bad, but I've just noticed over the years, if they're calling a month and a half in, typically something went wrong there with their first service. Sometimes it can be justified and it's a real grief on their end. But if they call you, these are red flags, I call them, or everybody calls them, I guess you could say. If they call you and they're throwing up red flags right off the rip, like talking crap about the last company and their prices, any of that stuff, just know more than likely that's going to be a problem customer, and something's going to happen at some point with you, and you're going to be that next guy that they're just running their name through the mud and everything else to all their neighbors. So if you can avoid that situation, highly, highly recommend it. Uh, let's hop into here some more on my list. Oh, the old customer. So we've all been here. The customer says, "Well, Spencer Lawn Care, my last guy did it for $20. Why are you $55?" Well, immediately follow that up with, where's your last guy at? You don't have to be rude about it, but your last guy is no longer around for a reason, and you'll get a million excuses, guys and gals out there. You will get a million excuses, and some of them can be justified. Some of them can just be complete hogwash or fabricated, whatever you want to say. But just know, hey, just because the last guy did it for 15, 20 bucks, there's a reason he's no longer doing it. So make sure you're charging your price, stick to your guns, and know your worth. Uh, So just proper etiquette, I guess you could say, kind of feeding off of a customer talking bad about another company. You, as a professional lawn care, landscaping, snow removal business, you should not be talking bad about other companies as well. I know sometimes it's kind of like, it's humorous, you want to get that dig in, whatever, to make yourself feel better. Whatever it might be that day, try to avoid that altogether. Just it's low on your end, it's low on their end, and to me, it's just no good all around. So try to avoid that. All right, before we move on here, I'll try to answer some of your guys' questions here real quick. Uh, New York gasoline prices are 4.20 to $5 a gallon. well, went from 4.20 to $5 a gallon. Yeah, gas prices are up across the board, guys. What do you do if someone has agreed to the price, you do the job, and they don't pay? Well, there's a bunch of different things you could do. The short answer to that is just know you always have an outlet, I guess you could say. So a customer is refusing to pay. The next steps you want to do is document everything. So if you send them a text, a certified letter, give them a call, document what time, when you did it, a screenshot of that text message, that certified letter, all of those above. So then you want to exhaust those. So you want to try to call, you want a certified letter, you want to try texting. You want to be professional right off the rip. Okay. Well, you want to be professional at all times, honestly, but the first, 3 times you try to connect with them to get payment, try to be professional. Things do happen. People do get sick. People do lose jobs, and you just never know what somebody's going through. So just be courteous. A lot of times here at Spencer Lawn Care, we just don't like it when people just, uh, uh, go MIA, I guess you could say. So we can't get a hold of them. We don't know what happened to them. Their card's no longer working, and we exhausted all of our efforts. So once that happens, and we know, hey, they're not deathly ill, they're just completely disavoiding us, you can move on to getting an attorney to file a lien. Most of the time they'll do that for fairly cheap prices. They'll just send a letter and say, hey, if you don't pay Spencer Lawn Care, they're going to place a lien against your property in the next 30 days. And that could be a house, that could be a business, that could be all different types of things to put liens against until you get your money. Consult with your attorney about that, and make sure it's something that's affordable for you. You don't want to be putting a $100 lien against somebody that owes you $150, if you know what I'm saying. But if you exhaust that, I'll tell you what. I don't think we've ever had to move past the lien process. So if you did have to, if they avoided you after that, you would just file it up with a lien, put a lien against the property, a lien against the business, whatever. So then that sits there against them. So if they ever go to sell their house or their business or anything, that lien's going to be sitting there, and it's going to stop them from being able to move forward until they pay you your money or resolve that issue with you. So after that, you can if that exhausts and they just completely disappeared, you can, the first or the final step is you can actually write it off as a loss on your taxes. So you can just say, hey, Miss Smith didn't pay me for X amount of dollars. Make sure you have a late fee in there, and then a reoccurring late fee as well, just so it's building up over time. Because just like in the storage business, say a customer owes us $250, if we sell the contents of their unit and it sells for $400, we are legally only allowed to keep the $250 that they owe us. Okay. The rest we actually have to send to them. So it's crazy. That's just how the world works. But yeah, that's how you can take care of that. Let me see if there's any other questions here before we move on. I got to keep track of my time as well. Yeah, Jeremiah. I mean, that's correct. He said his last customer was paying $40. He charges more, but his last guy was unreliable, and basically he likes his new service. Being reliable and being on time and not missing those dates every week. Yeah, you can be a day early or a day late if it rains or something, but being consistent—that's a big part of it. How can I get people on my lives? I don't know. People ask all the time. I can't even figure out how to get my 4K camera to turn on right now. I'm not the tech savvy person, guys. I'll be honest with you. How's the snow removal business? I guess that's supposed to say. Removal business was really, really good. We haven't had many events, but it looks like potentially tonight, and then maybe a salt run, and then it looks like some snow accumulation Thursday, Friday ish. How are we advertising these days? Website mainly anymore. We will do bandit signs, as you guys seen in the fall, just to target certain areas for leaf removal. We do a little bit of bandit signs as well in the spring if we're trying to fill in, like, say we have a void in our service area. We don't want to, shoot out a mass, sponsored ad or anything on Facebook, which you can really hone those in now. to specific areas as well. But we really will target a niche area or a key community or neighborhood, however you want to state it, with bandit signs. We like those a lot. There's a UZ marketing, or there should be down in the description. They're the best place around to get affordable bandit signs, business cards, postcards, door hangers. They're all down there. You guys can check it out. I leave it in there. We don't get any kickback. I don't believe anymore. We used to get 5%. We might still. I don't know. If we do, I got to tell you guys that. So we might get a small kickback. I got a bad customer. I show for their snow things on half done piles. Get left other driveway. These are my two. Zai, I'm not sure exactly what you're saying there, but yeah, bad customers are no fun all the way around. Opinion on door hangers. I like door hangers over flyers. I never had really good success with flyers. We back in the day, I mean, I'm talking 7, 8 years ago, when we really used to do flyers pretty heavy. We would do thousands and thousands, and maybe every thousand we'd pull in 1 to 3 customers. I mean, and to me, it just wasn't worth it, especially now with fuel prices. You're not going to want to be driving around, guys. That's why a website, get a hold of Mike Andes and his crew, man. They just completely rebuilt our website. We took a big hit off the rip, I'll be honest with you, because our old site was ranking really well. We pulled it down, went and had Mike Andes build us a new one. And I think within, I don't know, 6 months, 3 months, whatever it was, we were right back up in that #1 slot. So get yourself a good, reliable website. It is going to cost you a monthly reoccurring fee. I think Mike's, yeah, I think it's $300 to $400. It may have adjusted a little bit just because everything's adjusting. But Mike Andes and his crew out there, get a hold of them and they'll get you hooked up with a sweet website. Awesome people to work with as well. If you have any questions, concerns, don't know what you're talking about a lot of times with like the back end stuff, the SEO stuff, they're your people to want to answer those questions. So big shout out to Mike there. Oh, my son loves your videos. Please give Beckett a shout out. What's up, Beckett? We appreciate you, buddy. It was funny the other day. It would be cool if they were watching. So I go in the gas station and I'm just looking at energy drinks. And this is a little gas station near our house. And they don't have many options. So then I find one. I go up to the counter and there's 2 girls standing there. And the girl goes, "Do you have a YouTube channel by chance?" And I go, "No," because I like to mess with people occasionally. So I'm like, "No." And the other girl's like, "Yes, you do." So she knew exactly who I was. It was pretty funny. So then I was like, "Yeah, yeah." She's like, "My 2 little boys absolutely love watching the channel, yada yada yada." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure. I'd rather take a picture with you than by myself. I always hate taking pictures by myself. It's like, come around here, let's do a picture." Then the other girl's like, "Oh, your husband's gonna get jealous." It was just funny. But long story short, we ended up taking them and dropping them off some coffee mugs and stuff later on that day. So, and she sent a picture through Facebook and saw those 2 little kids. It was really cool. So another real quick one, another one is if a customer is asking you repeatedly about insurance right off the rip. One time is not bad, but if they consistently keep asking you, "Do you have insurance?" or really asking like in depth what your insurance covers, make sure you're really careful there because we've had customers in the past. I've shared some of those videos. We had one where they tried to get a new air conditioner out of us. They said that we cut the what is that line? I can't think of what it's called. The line that basically carries like the, I don't know, the gas or whatever that makes the air conditioner cold. So just pay attention to those things. If you have a gut feeling about something, more than likely your gut feeling is going to be right. So if you have a bad feeling about a customer, it's okay to say no. It's okay to, just message them back and say, "I'm not the right company for this job." But just pay attention to those things so that you're not getting yourself into a bad spot. Another thing, when you go out and you walk a property, if you see damage around the house anywhere, fence post, gutters, siding, pipes, electrical, anything that has damage that you can tell is from, a homeowner or somebody trimming or hitting it with something, take a picture of it, document it with a timestamp on there, okay? And it's just good to have that because then if a customer comes back and says, "Oh, you hit my water line," or, "Oh, you cut my swimming pool," there's a million things that can happen. You can say then, "Hey, I noticed this whenever I gave the initial estimate. This was not from us, and it does happen, guys and gals. Tony, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. Let me look back through these comments, make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Nope, I didn't miss anybody else. Are you buy or building for business? Either one right now. It's kind of up in the air. So we're not being picky. If something comes up that we can buy, we'll buy it. If something land wise comes up where we can purchase it, I will say it like this, guys. Not everything yet has been brought to the surface with everything with Spencer Lawn Care. I don't like to talk about things until they're like, going to happen and ready to go. But the facility that we're either going to build or try to buy is going to house Spencer Lawn Care moving forward with different things. So space wise and all of that, it's for the future as well. If you know what I'm saying, expansion, I guess you could say. But we'll come across those roads and cross those T's and dot those I's whenever we get there. Griff Lawn Care Landscape, thank you for the super chat. He said lots of love from Des Moines, Iowa. Thank you, thank you. I know, I believe it was Iowa just had some big tornadoes, so we're thinking about you guys out there. That was insane. If any of you are watching, also make sure you go back. It's probably been about 4 videos ago now or 5. Look for the one that says free mower on it. Get in there and get yourself submitted so that you can get into the end of this month, end of March. We're going to be giving away that $10,000 mower, the Toro 4000. Sorry. We're going to be giving away that mower at the end of the month, but you have to go to that video because those comments are going to be the only comments on that video and it has to be that specific comment because the way we'll do it is we'll take those specific words, put them into the generator, and then it's going to just spin all those around and pick one random winner. And that person is going to win a $10,000 Toro mower. How did you decide on a name for your business? So originally, Spencer Lawn Care was called Showcase Lawns. Okay, I named the business the first year Showcase Lawns, and then I think like a month or two right before the second season, a gentleman, I believe he was from like Indiana or Illinois, somewhere out west a little bit, messaged me and he said, this was when I was really starting to ramp up like the SEO, the Google My Business and stuff and all of that. And he reached out and he said, hey, I noticed your business name. He's like, it's similar to mine. He's like, I don't want any confusion from people, yada, yada, yada. And he asked me just to change it. And I was so early on in it. I was contemplating changing it or not. And so I decided to change it to Spencer Lawn Care. And it was simply my last name and lawn care. So that was that. That's how I came up with it. Any advice for people who are starting their lawn care business? Yeah. So just know you want to start close to home, okay? You want to advertise close to home, especially now. It's even more emphasized with the fuel prices. Close to home. Just imagine a ball. Your house is the central location. Don't try to go 75 miles over here, then 30 miles back over here to get one lawn, and then 15 miles down here, and then 20 back up here. Right now, you need to focus around your location and build out from there. And it can go as far as you want. If you service, 15, 20, 25 miles, typically here at Spencer Lawn Care, we do not go over 10 to 15 miles anymore. We keep it very tight knit, especially our snow removal route. It's within 7 miles. Every business is within a 7-mile circle. Okay. And that's just because when there's snow on the ground and the roads are bad, it takes a lot longer to drive across town. The last thing you're going to do is spend an hour driving. So, yeah, little tip, get your SEO going, your Google My Business. It's free. Advertise all the free things, even till this day, Facebook. I don't think Craigslist is free anymore, but ask your friends, ask your family to shout it out. Just get the word out there. Tell somebody every single day that you're starting a business. I don't care if it's a stranger that you just meet, somebody at the gas station, whatever. Get yourself some branding, some logo, even if it just says, lawn care on it and a phone number or whatever. Just you want to be telling people every single day and breathing life into your business every single day. Comments took off on me, so if I missed your comment, I apologize. When is a good time to talk about clientele, about snow for next season? Been working for a company several years. I have all of my equipment. So typically, snow, you're going to want to, if you don't have the clients already set up and they're new, anytime throughout the entire year, you can bring it up. If it's lawn care, landscaping, if you're doing new estimates for lawn care, landscaping, say, hey, we offer snow removal as well. If you're interested, I can get you an estimate worked up and then you can go from there. But I mean, what I say is when the weather's starting to change or when the stores start putting out like seasonal stuff, follow those trends as well. There's a lot of data driven behind when the Walmarts, the dollar stores and stuff start putting out. Like right now, everything is Easter and St. Patrick's Day. Okay. So that immediately makes everybody start thinking spring, summertime. I need to get a lawn care landscaping service. Follow that up. Okay. So then when next we get into say August, fall stuff will start coming out. You're going to want to start advertising for fall cleanups and leaf cleanups. And, you could do fall aerations and overseedings, all of that. And then when you get into the, October months and they start advertising, September even now, start advertising for Christmas and Thanksgiving, that's a great time to start advertising for snow. It gets people thinking about those times of years. Uh, I've learned that if you offer your customer an incentive to get new customers, that helps and they like it also. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can offer a small percentage. You can offer, if you get me a new customer, you'll get a free lawn service. I'll be honest with you, in today's day and age, I wouldn't really be offering many incentives. There's just so many customers out there, and it's only becoming our trade, I guess you could say. Lawn care landscaping is a physical labor. It's only becoming more and more scarce. Less people are wanting to do it. Workers are hard to find. Employees are hard to find. And yeah, just, I mean, if you want to offer something, give a kickback to a customer, you could offer 5, 10% off. Whenever we just had the security cameras done at the storage unit, one of the units had to be opened up and to get into to run the line through the attic, through the building. And simply it was what do I want to say? It wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even get the word right now. It wasn't timely for her to be there to open it up, and for us to justify it to her. We offered her a discount on her service for the month, so it made her a lot more happy, I guess you could say, because she wasn't ecstatic to have to go down there in the middle of winter and open up her storage unit that she very rarely ever gets into. Let me look through here if I wrote any more down that I wanted to hit on real quick. I think I about hit on all of them. I wanted to just make sure I hit all those topics. Trying to add some value here. There won't be a video tonight, guys. Me and Miley actually got to be rolling out here any second to get her to travel ball, and then Sean will be heading to well, he's actually at baseball right now, but him and TQ will be heading back here shortly as well. So let me try to get through some more of these comments. Fertilization is easy money. Yeah, that depends on where you're at. Here in Ohio, the licensing and everything is a lot more strict than down south, where you can go in and you really don't have to have a fertilization license. Here in Ohio, you have to have a herbicide, pesticide license, and it's not easy. And yeah, it's not as easy as it is in other places. Hi, Abigail. How do you price for overgrown lawns, especially the first mow? Bada bing, bada boom. Uh, It really depends on each job and how tall we're talking overgrown. If it's 4 foot and we're going to have to go in there with string trimmers beforehand and knock it down and then mow it up, do they want it bagged? Do they want it just left there? It really just depends. But I would start off at tripling the price right off the rip. So if say it's $50, if it's a foot and a half tall, I'd go 150, whatever and up. Just make sure you're getting your money's worth, because that thing is going to destroy your belts. You have to change your blades, so that's all time. So just make sure you're getting compensated, guys. Organic, howdy from Alabama. Have I ever thought about vacationing in Alaska? I've thought about moving to Alaska a few times. Sometimes people can get on your nerves, you know what I'm saying? There's days where I'm just like over people. You guys know what I'm talking about. Customers are yapping and just blowing your phone up and just everything and anything, they can drive you nuts sometimes. You about ready? You look like a ghost up there staring, bro. As soon as you're ready, I'm ready. All right, let's roll. All right, guys, I'm going to roll out here. If I missed your comment, I'm sorry. I think there's a ton of information in this video, so I'm going to leave this one up. And yeah, share it out there to your friends, families. Comment on the video. We appreciate you guys. Merch links are always down in the description, and anything you see on the channels down there as well, like Equipment Defender, Element Software, all the above, all that stuff's down there. If you want a coffee cup, all those links are always in the description. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Have a great night. As always, keep mowing, keep growing. Keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye. I was actually looking at the wrong camera again. Take care, guys.